From out of the man cave and onto the air, it's your favorite voice of ecstasy. It's John St. John with the best morning after ever radio show. 30-some-odd minutes of happenings, discussions, and full frontal nudity. So put your arms around your speakers. It's John St. John.
Yes, it is. I'm here on a special show tonight. We're actually doing it live. So if you're listening at 10:30 at night in the middle of the week, you get to hear us right now. Normally, you get to hear us early in the morning, which you will with the replay. I am John St. John, your host of the best morning after ever radio show. And in the studio with me tonight, I have a crowded studio. Normally, it's just me. Tonight, it's getting hot in here. I've got Sid Yiddish with me and his candy store henchman. How's everybody doing? Great. There we go. That's a warm welcome from Sid and his henchmen for everybody that follows him. He's from Saturn and to Russia to Mancow to slaminternetradio.com. How are you guys?
Fantastic.
Okay. So, I've got some interesting topics to cover, a little bit off the wall, just for everybody who is tuning in live maybe for the first time or hasn't heard all of our broadcasts. I'm on for almost a month now. We talk about a little bit of everything trending, and somehow it always relates to love, sex, and relationships. So we're going to mix in Sid's awesome songs with that throughout the half hour, and then he'll be on with us for another show as well. So you know what? I really want to hear something really cool. So why don't we start off with a song, and then we'll get into a little bit more history of the band. How's that?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm going to hold that.
Let's do a song, since this is a sex-related show, let's do one called Herpes on the Doorknob.
Love it. Love it. Sid Yiddish and his candy store henchman. If that doesn't get you into the mood, I don't know what will. That's, again, we're here with Sid Yiddish and his henchmen. Why don't we go ahead and introduce everybody, and then we can get into some of the interesting topics we're going to explore in this first half hour. So obviously to my right here, I have Mr. Sid Yiddish, who is blessing us with his present all the way from Saturn in Russia and now Chicago land. How are you?
Fine.
And who is actually my left, your right?
You can go.
Yeah, we can use the mic.
Yeah, it's okay.
It works for just more than the music.
I'm Chad Chambers,
How you doing?
I have photographs. That's all I'll say about that.
Okay. And how long have you been with Sid?
I've been in the band since our first show, actually.
Awesome. Which is many moons now.
About 4 years ago, at least.
It'll be 4 years, December 9th, I believe.
Yeah.
My time flies. And the gentleman to your right, who's also the wonderful artist that did all the work that's been all over social media, publicizing this event.
Chip Nipple.
What's up, Chip? These are great. These are great
Nothing,
names.
nothing much. I got to tell you, this space is mind blowing.
It's a little small in here, but we make do. We don't normally have a band of 6, but, we do what we have to do. We have a lot of fun here, and it's a good spot in Chicago. A lot of interesting nightlife going on. So far, we haven't seen any alien-looking people so far tonight. It's kind of quiet. I think they're in the room with me right now. Okay, and playing the xylophone next over here.
Dr. Nothing, and I'll just say that I perform.
Awesome, and very, very well, I must say. Very good with the xylophone. I love the throat sound, by the way. We'll get into that in a second. And behind him, in the awesome wig for the pictures and for the video that we'll show later.
Jeden Mieten Fiedel.
Hello?
I play on the fiddle.
Thank you for that introduction. So you guys have been around together now about 4.5 years? What did you just...
4 years. It'll be 4 years in December.
And this type of music, very, very interesting. Kind of puts you in the mood for some of the topics I want to bring up. But how do you come about doing this type of music? I don't know.
Well, this is
singing songs.
Well, this is this is improvisation. So
improvisation. There we go.
So I have a system of a chart of about I think it's like 75 different hand signals that I created over a period of 3 years, and they know every single one of them. Isn't that right, fellas?
Whatever.
They seem to wing it pretty well tonight.
Yeah, they know. And if they don't know, they just interpret it as such. So that's kind of what we do.
We're still learning. I feel like
And
learning.
yeah, and actually, I've got a couple new ones I'm going to throw in tonight. So we're just going to go by the seat of our kittles, I suppose. No,
Yidman Phil's kind of sounds a little bit taken back by that. I think he's pretty good there. I think he'll be just fine.
Yeah, he will be. He will be. He's the one with the most potential.
I like his hair.
But when we started out, it was Chad Chambers and also Yitmin Fiddle was these two are part of the original group. We don't always get the same amount of people, which I like a lot. So it's a collective. It's more like a group collective.
Awesome.
It's kind of like it's like a club, or it's like Indians. We all have our different tribes and stuff like that.
The henchmen can multiply at any one moment.
Right. So it's like rabbits,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sounds cool. I like that. I like what we did. That's definitely puts us in the mood for one of the topics I want to bring up. Something like I said, we just bring up things that are everybody's floating around on the social media. And one thing I found an interesting article and totally appropriate for that song is ways that people sleep. And there's special positions. So I can't see. Would you play that song to your girlfriend before? When would this be an appropriate time to play that type of music? I guess in general is a good question to ask.
There is never an appropriate time to play that kind of music. Oh well, maybe. I know you're going to say something, so...
In a mental hospital.
At the hospital. Okay. Yeah. Understood. That explains the crazy throat. And it's called... What do we call that method with the vibration, the throat something?
That's Tuvan throat singing.
Say it one more time.
Tuvan throat singing.
For all the deaf people out there. Okay.
What?
Wow. That is definitely. I can't say. Were you an originator? I can't say I've heard that many people play that type of music.
Well, I don't know if I was an originator, but I took the lessons at the Old Town School of Folk Music about 10 years ago. So I've studied it ever since. And Chip, I think you've learned that on your own. Is that right?
Yeah, it was actually that was something we clicked on when we first met.
Yeah,
I knew about throat singing. I'd heard of it. I never took lessons or anything. I can't sing, but I figured that I could throat sing.
You
and
could
I got
throat
pretty
sing.
good at it. And that was like one thing we had in common when we met, that we were both doing the throat singing
So
thing.
you throat sing to each other, but now will you do that to your girlfriend or spouse before you go to sleep at night? That's I'm trying to figure out when you play this.
I really just saved that for Sid.
Okay,
You know what I
so
mean?
that's Sid's method.
That's how much he loves
That's
me.
really just for Sid.
Okay, gotcha. I mean, to me, I don't usually play music before I go to bed. I might have something going on during, the making love session time, but to put in the mood, like if you're at a nice dinner, I don't know which song would be more appropriate. We got a few more we could play. What do you think would be like if you guys are would you play this at a bar mitzvah?
Oh, you bet I would.
Okay. Cool.
I would play it not only at a bar mitzvah, but a bat mitzvah, but I also do it at a bris.
Okay.
We are
Oh,
available.
really? You're going to do some cutting and you're going to do some music.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we are available for brises and funerals as well.
Okay, everybody, if they actually need to find Sid Yiddish in his candy store, Henchmen, this is a good time to bring it up. How do they find you?
Well, actually, I usually tell people through Facebook because the website's being worked on at the moment, but through Facebook.
So just
really.
Facebook. I found you through Sid Yiddish, and I've seen you on TV, so I want to bring up a little bit of that. You've gotten a little bit of local celebritydom here through TV with Mancow, who's been around forever.
Oh, yeah,
and
Mancow.
And then of course, and I could play the clip. Well, it depends if you want me to play the clip or not of your national debut. That was what now 3 years ago already.
Yeah, that was 2011.
So was that an audition? Did they have an audition in Russia or on Saturn, or how did you come around getting on America's Got Talent?
How did I get there? Well, there were three friends of mine who had seen the throat singer the year before, the guy from Portland, the cab driver from Portland. And they said, if he can do it, you can do it. So that's kind of how I did it. And I remember the night of the audition, before the audition, it was down at McCormick Place. And I had a show that night out in Lakeville at Swing State. And I just came home, took a shower, never went to bed. And then I got my rocket ship and flew over to McCormick Place.
McCormick Place?
Yeah, and I think I'd been up for about 36 hours till I realized that they were going to hang on to me.
Oh, nice. Because, I mean, you see the performance. Well, there's a couple that we see of you. Actually, that might have been the one they taped. Did they tape the actual one at McCormick Place, or were you in New York when they did that?
That wasn't New York. That was Minneapolis.
Oh, or Minneapolis. I'm sorry. They go to Minneapolis, New York. Like they go all over.
Yeah, I know. It's supposed to be a reality show, but it's really scripted.
It's all staged. Huh?
Oh, yeah. Believe me, it is.
And did the costume originate? The garb you wear, it's more traditional, but I got to ask you about the mask. How does the mask come into the whole situation?
Well, the mask, I didn't used to wear a mask, but when I toured Denmark back in the spring of 2010, we had a show called Halfway to the Masquerade, and so I brought everybody Lone Ranger masks over with me, plastic Lone Ranger masks, and so we all wore these masks during the tour, which was called Safari Freak Show Adventure. That was the name of the album I did with the Clean Boys.
Oh, cool.
Denmark. And
that's where the mask came from.
This mask in particular, after the tour was over, I had a couple of days off, and I went into the shop. It was just called Sex Shop.
Okay.
And I was actually looking for a penis squirt gun. And
you ended up with a bondage mask, like half of a bondage mask.
Well, right, and then I saw the mask, and I just fell in love with the mask. So.
Our sponsor could probably help you out. Sparkmaker.com actually has a mask similar to what you're wearing. I don't know how much it is, but whatever. Not important. So, but you don't have the henchmen covered up. They don't mind showing their faces, I noticed.
No.
They're cool.
They don't mind. Well, wait a minute. If you look at Meat and Fiedel, he's got his head covered.
A little bit. He's got his orange hair on. I thought maybe he just had a interesting thing. He was trying to maybe do a little dyeing and it went the wrong color. That's all. But maybe going black and it went orange instead.
Trying to cover the gray.
Yeah, right. A little gray covered. Yeah, orange will always work, I think. But so if you're trying to, I guess you wear this costume in the bedroom. I'm wondering, is this all the time?
Well,
or is
she hasn't asked yet, so
okay.
That's
no mask or anything.
Can't comment on that. Although I got it. Although
All right.
although I have to say, Chip certainly likes it.
What?
Cut him off guard. He's waiting to play his next song. So, okay, you know what? I was going to take a break, but I'd love to hear some more. Maybe to take us, we'll play into the break with another song from Sid and his Henchmen. How about his Henchmen?
What'd you say? Call us Hebish?
Yeah, I'm speaking Yiddish and I don't even know it.
Yeah, there's a bunch of Nebishes over there.
Yeah, that would be Sid Yiddish and his Henchmen. There we go.
Candy store henchman, that is. But
Candy store Henchmen.
here's the.
I don't want to forget the candy.
So we're
store
gonna
henchman
do. I think to take us out. You want a long one or a short one?
part. Sure, whatever you want. I'm not in a hurry. We've got till 11.
All right, that's fine. Let's do. Where's Walgreens?
I like that one. Right here on Slam Internet Radio. You're listening to Sid and his Candy Store Henchmen.
Thanks.
Say there, Dr. Nothing. Can you tell me where Walgreens is?
Go north 3 blocks, then go south 5 blocks, then go east 1 block, then go west 5 blocks, then go north again, in a great big circle. Then come back. You'll be at where you started.
Say there, Meat and Beagle. Where's Walgreens?
Walgreens, yes, fine establishment, yes. Walgreens is, I can't remember exactly. I can tell you approximately, though. If you just go over that way, and then just go along the corner, and I'm sure you'll find it, yes. Right over there, yes. Yes, that's it.
Chad, where's Walgreens?
Well, don't you know? Walgreens is everywhere. It's inside all of us. You only need to look in your own heart to find the nearest Walgreens.
Yeah, Chip Nipple, where's Walgreens?
Attention all shoppers. Walgreens has relocated to the Blockbuster Video across the street.
Say there, John. Say, John, where's Walgreens?
Where's Walgreens?
That's right, I asked you.
Oh, there's one actually around the corner on Cicero. I have a studio in Chicago. Where's Walgreens? And we'll be back right after this on the best morning after ever on SlamInternetRadio.com.
I saw Sparks last night. She finally showed me her favorite website. It made my jaw drop at first glance. We had the wildest time together, ordering from the erotic shop, and I'd have to say, thesparkmaker.com lived up to its name. And now, I have plans to surprise her. I'll show her something she hasn't seen. Thank you, thesparkmaker.com.
They've been making the northwest side of Chicago scream for over 30 years. St. Pascal's Haunted House, over 15 rooms of horror, and 50 live creatures stirring about in the dark. Visit their newest room if you dare, the Butcher of the Midnight Deli. It'll make your skin crawl and make you want to run. St. Pascal's Haunted House, 6143 West Irving Park Road. Free parking, indoor waiting. Get your tickets online at scarypopcorn.com. Open every weekend in October.
And we're back right here on the Best Morning After Ever radio show, live on slaminternetradio.com as well as Spreaker.com and soon to be on iTunes and hopefully iHeartRadio and YouTube. But right now we're right here in the studio across from the Portage Theater in Chicago, and I'm here with the lovely group of Sid Yiddish and his candy store Henchmen. Do I want to call you a group? No, I don't think so. You're more of a collaboration of...
Yeah, we're more of a club.
A club. We'll call you the Music Club. I like that. So, very interesting.
Maybe more like a club sandwich, I think.
Today it is. We're pretty tight in here.
That's what she
I'm
said.
glad you guys were able to...
Lots of hams in the group.
Verklempt, buddy. Verklempt.
Oh, man. Where's my rim shot? So you guys are...
Right back there.
Are performing how often, and where's maybe will we find you next? Obviously, tonight you're with us in the studio.
Well, I mean, the next place will be is actually another really great college station. It's one of the best in the nation, best underground. I think so. One of the best in the underground.
Here in Chicago?
Yeah, WZRD, which is a great station. That's November 8th. That's a Saturday night.
Okay.
And that's, if you local yokels, you want to dial, that's 88.3. And I think
you'll
we're
do
gonna
the same kind of arrangement? Do you have some
sort of-
special holiday music you play? Or?
Oh, yeah. In fact, we have a new CD out, which is called Freilach, Stupping Freilach.
Let's say that again for the non-Yiddish people, please.
Oh, yeah. Merry fucking happy.
Oh, gotcha. Thank you. Oh, I see. You gave me the non-English version to be a little more
discreet.
A little more discreet with it. That's fine. We could swear here. We'll just edit it later. Awesome.
Well,
and this is. Do you travel across the country? You're telling me
not-
you're from Saturn, but what about traveling in the USA?
Yeah, I like the USA. It's a nice, friendly, happy country. Although they're it's home.
Some
of
people
home
might
of the,
not think so right
well,
now.
Sure, but I mean, look who put you guys in debt. That other guy.
You want to get political? I usually don't get political. I talk about all things love and relationships and
this
sex.
It's all
so.
about love. It's going to lead to love.
It's going to lead. Awesome. I like that. I like your attitude. But you don't appear like. Are you going to be on another national show we can catch you on by any chance? Maybe have you auditioned or they picked you up for another network?
No, I'm so busy with grad school. I haven't really had a chance. I will be. This show is already. Might be a little late, but I'm actually going to be presenting tomorrow night at a salon, a grad school salon at Columbia College.
Okay.
So, but that's not very exciting, I know, because grad school's not exciting. It seems like it, but.
So, are you studying this type of music? Is this your graduate degree? You wanted to talk about it a little. You mentioned.
No. It's more like interdisciplinary arts and media is what I'm studying. So, I guess I'm in the third year of my 4 years there. It was supposed to be a 3-year program, but now I'm. I had to push my thesis back.
Most masters are 2 or 3, right?
Well,
so you're doing the extra extended program.
But I'm not the only grad student in this group. Chad Chambers is also a grad student. So go ahead and
What are you studying? You also studying Let's say that again. Your major?
Interdisciplinary arts and media.
Is that also your major? No.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I'm
Music theory? No. Okay.
No. Statistics.
Interesting. Okay, that is it doesn't. I mean, I guess you could keep track of the notes. There you go.
Sure.
or you're keeping track of all of the crazy things that he was relating to of population and just all things. You can get political with your statistics. I imagine you can skew them one way or the other, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I could try to maybe predict how our future improvisations are going to sound based on the previous
What's
data.
the statistical? No, we won't get into it. I think you guys are sounding great. I love this type of music. So, you know what? I'm being told we have a caller on the line. Let's get one of your fans wants to say hello.
Okay.
Hello, caller. Are you on the line?
You talking to me?
I think so. You're on the best morning after ever radio show.
Hey, how you doing? It's Ruth Flett.
Oh,
it
Dr.
is.
Ruth.
It's
Dr. Ruth.
It's Ruth. It's Ruth. Yes. Yes, we're calling you the sex Dr. Ruth tonight, Ruth.
That's all right. It works for me.
She's our special co-host. She'll be on other shows with us in the future, and she wanted to chime in on Sid Yiddish and his candy store Henchmen. Have you been able to listen, by the way?
What I've got so far is you're talking about someone named Sid Yiddish and his henchmen. Who are these people?
Someone named he's a celebrity. He's a local celebrity here in Chicago, in the world. You know, he's from Saturn, through Russia, and now Chicago. And very, very interesting, eclectic type music. But you missed our first topic. We were talking about, is it appropriate for the positions in the bedroom? And I was asking him, do you play that music before you go to sleep every night? But you missed that part, I think. So
yeah, I think
I'm just bringing you up to
Sorry.
speed. So what do you have on your mind? Have you heard? I take it you don't know of Sid. I'm guessing.
No, that's new to me. I'll have to look him up.
Oh, great stuff. Great stuff. Really unique. He's been on another radio show that's national and based in Chicago. He's been on Man Cow. And, he was on America's Got Talent before as well.
Well, that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah,
America's Got Talent. That's not the show where they give you the X's, is it?
That's the show where they give him the X's. And he got them, unfortunately, kind of quickly. But Nick Cannon liked you. The host liked you.
Yeah, well,
he was singing with you.
Yeah, well, yeah. Nick Cannon's got nothing in between there.
Well, I guess that's what his wife thought. Or no, I think he divorced her. I don't know exactly how that happened.
I think she left him.
I think she might have. I don't know. But who cares? Celebrity stuff. We can move on. So yeah, but he's a pretty well known act, and he was just telling us where he's going to be. He's coming to Chicago. Going to be on another underground. He called it underground, but it's actually a pretty well known college station. So he's going to be with us for the rest of this half hour and into our next show. So if you can call back.
So Ruth, did you have any questions?
Yeah, I was going to say, what's on your mind? Sid's helping me with my show.
Oh, well, Mr. Flett is always usually on my mind, and he's in Canada right now, and I just talked to him on the phone a little bit ago. He's a pretty interesting guy. He's into the stand-up comedy and all that, and, we're just, usually when we talk about everything, sex included, a lot of sex. We talk a lot about sex, not as much as you think, but it happens at some point eventually.
I guess you're just doing a lot of talking, that's for sure, because it's kind of hard to, unless you're flying your private jet over there every night. That would be interesting.
That would be really interesting. I would just love that. You know anybody with a private jet that they can lend me for a little bit?
I don't know, Sid, you get around to Saturn. Can you help her?
Can
you drop her at Canada one night?
I can lend you my rocket ship.
You might like Ruth. You might steal her away from her awesome husband, fiance. Is fiance at the moment, right?
Yes, fiance. Legally, he's my fiance, but we're going to be illegally married pretty soon.
Long distance relationship illegally. There we go. So we could probably play a ballad for her. Do you have a love? Well, you missed one. They did a great one at the beginning of the show. What do you feel like playing now? What are you in the mood for?
Let's do a love ballad.
Another love ballad?
Yeah.
A love ballad for Ruth.
This is one called Dr. Ruth.
Dr. Ruth. There you go. Just for you, Ruth.
You
so you
guys
don't
cheer
go
me
anywhere.
up, thanks.
Just hang on. I don't know how well you can hear us. You can turn on your radio and listen too.
I'd love to turn you on, Ruth.
That sounds fabulous.
He said he'd love to turn you on. And here he goes. Right here on the Best Morning After Ever radio show. Here goes Sid and his henchmen.
You're starting.
Ruth, are you still there? Did it blow you away?
Yeah, Lady Gaga.
Did it get you in the mood? I mean, talk about a love. What is the name of that one, by the way? Sid in your candy store and his candy store henchman.
It's called Dr. Ruth. I'd love to turn you on.
There you go. For our quote unquote doctor of the night, Miss Ruth. There you go. That was just for you. And on that note, we actually have to end this half hour. We will be back for another half hour live. So definitely stick around and listen to the next half hour. And, you know, when you're listening on the podcast, just keep listening, basically, because they're all going to be in order. So that was the first experience that I've had in the studio. We're going to continue our next half hour with Sid Yiddish and his candy store henchmen right here on the best morning after ever radio show on SlamInternetRadio.com. Everybody take care and keep listening to the next half hour live here Wednesday night. And then make sure when it's the podcast, you listen to both together.